Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yvonne Princess Shabangu. If you are new here, you're welcome to like, subscribe, share and comment, and voila, you're part of the beautiful, the graceful and the wonderful family. We're back with another video. Guys, am I lying to say I'm glowing so bad? Yeah. Girl, happy. That's why it glow. Anyway, we're back with another video, and it's a review of a series that we've all been watching worldwide, if not Africa. First of all, I'd like to commend Nigerian movies or Nigerian series producers and directors. Wow, guys, we call it Hollywood. Is it Hollywood or Nollywood? I don't know. Yeah, either or. We're really improving. Actually, African production is doing the most here. I'm actually very impressed. So we are going to review Blood Sisters, guys. Wow, what a series. What a, yeah, it's mind-blowing. I think it was beautifully directed, beautifully written, and it addresses most of the issues we face nowadays in our society. Actually, these are the things that people actually go through. Firstly, I'd like to touch on family relationships, right? Mother, daughter, or parents, children, and stuff like that. It's so sad to know that there are a lot of families that go through that, whereby there's just this one child that's favored over the other, or there's just this one child that's treated with more importance than the other. And it's so sad to watch, because sometimes parents don't realize that this unconscious favoring of kids, or like isolation or separation of kids, in a way creates resentment amongst the kids. It creates hate amongst the kids. They don't consciously realize that, actually, because looking at it all, had the mother been equally treating all of them, there weren't going to be issues, right? And then we go back to marriage as well. It touches on marriage, how people will do so much and will do anything and everything to actually ensure that their secrets are covered. I mean, why do you marry people that you feel like are less of human beings? Because also the problem started when the lady felt like she did everything or did a bit too much for the men. I mean, if you are married, my understanding is that it's for better, for worse, and it's about uplifting one another. But if you're starting to feel taxed and drained, and it leads you to actually want to hurt this person so much, I think it's always best to leave the situation as opposed to staying and actually infecting, because it becomes poisonous behavior. And look at what one moment did to the whole family. Kola's mom cheated on the father. There was a child that was born. She was treating the child of more importance, and then after the husband found out, she felt like, let me just kill my husband. And then that led to Temi actually resorting to drugs and alcohol abuse and stuff like that. So you can see one reckless decision that a person can take can actually affect generations after generations, you know, becomes a cycle, becomes more like a curse. And it's so sad, half the time people that actually are instigators of such behaviors or of such cycles, they would never want to admit, they would never want to be corrected until something bizarre happens, you know. It was so sad to watch. And then another thing, I really learned that it's important not to kick people when they're down and out, and it's important to understand people's triggers. The same way Tammy was, so she went into drug addict, she became a drug addict and alcohol and stuff like that, right? But that didn't take away that she was a smart young woman. That didn't take away that she was wise. Instead of her family trying to focus on her strengths, they kept on pushing her down. They kept on leading her to triggers, just like Femi went as far as getting her drugs and man, all the things that are triggers to her, and she fall. And that's the thing, if you're not yet strong enough, or if you haven't fully tapped out of your bad habits, it's easy to fall back into them. And that is why it's important to have a support system that will help you not go back to the things that previously hurt you or the things that previously destroyed you, you know. And it's also very important that when people are going through rehab, we support them in best ways possible, as opposed to trying to make their lives a bit harder. But try and seek ways that are more polite in trying to bring them to stability and being clean, right? Guys, also don't cheat. Like, just don't cheat, because a lot of the problems come when they cheat. And then also I must commend Ramsey Noah. Such a beautiful actor. I've watched him since from childhood, like since the time of Blood Sisters. Do you guys remember the first Blood Sisters? Like, I'll put in a clip or something like that. I remember I watched them since those times, and when I saw the name of the series Blood Sisters, I was expecting it to be Blood Sisters. Like, I was expecting something like previously, but I love the remake that's completely different and that's completely enlightening. And yeah, like I said, Ramsey Nouah, such a great actor. You know you're an amazing actor when you don't have to say much, but you can tell you with your body language what you're trying to do and what you're trying to say and stuff like that. It was beautiful. And then also for Sarah and her best friend, wow guys, that was Sarah and Kemi. That was a beautiful bond. I believe I'm that friend. I'd go down for you. I would go miles and miles for you, and it was beautiful to see them fight for one another. But also, this is, I think it's an awareness, guys. If you are being abused, if you're in an abusive relationship, do everything possible to report that person. If you see your parents not budging, your friends not budging, try go to the police, but speak out, because this is how people get killed. This is how people end up in trouble, because they're trying to defend themselves. Look, for instance, with Sarah. Sarah kept on giving this guy more chances, more chances, more chances. And with all of that happening, Sarah ended up being the bad guy in the name of being defended by her friend. A lot of people ended up being killed. And it could have been avoided had Sarah maybe just spoken up maybe to the policeman and stuff like that. And it's so sad that people with money often get away with whatever. But I think it's important to actually try and report it. Put it out there as much as you can. Don't hide. Don't stay there. Don't stay there. That's what I'm going to say. Don't stay there, because sometimes it may be too late for us to help you in any way. If you are in abusive situations, whether it's friendships, whether it's relationships or whatever, try by all means to move away and report it and find healing. Go for therapy. And also, guys, it's important for us to introspect as people. Sometimes things that we're good at can actually lead us to being bad people. Look at how the guy Kola was such a beautiful artist. He used to draw well, but there was he was intrigued by painful art. I don't know where he got that from. And he became obsessed with seeing, like, he wanted to see the pain that he was putting on paper, and he felt the need to inflict that pain. And then also, guys, it's important to always hear both sides of the stories. And yes, people show you their true colors, but don't always be quick to believe people. Do your investigations. Be cautious who you let into your space. Be cautious around certain people, because people are good at wearing masks. Don't be quick to defend a person's character until you're so sure, because people wake up, people change. Look at how his best friend thought he was a good man, and his mother also. Guys, I don't know what happens. Families, friends, stop covering up for your abusive loved ones. Stop it. They need help. They're a danger to society. Because look at how the mother was covering up. Look at how many people were harmed. One lost their eye. Someone got killed. Sarah, we don't know what's going to happen. She might serve her time in jail. Other people were killed as well. Had that woman been able to stand up actually against her son's behavior and get her son help, the same way they were getting Tammy help at the rehab, they should have gotten that guy help, because he was an abuser. That is not normal behavior. Yes, people change and all of that, but they change if there's a certain intention to assist them to change. But if they're constantly being defended, being covered up for, it becomes a problem, you know. So guys, it's very, very important to call out our abusive friends, abusive people. And I learned quite a mouthful: friendship values, family values, and calling out abusive people, and just knowing that drugs are not good, and also knowing how it can be hard for a person who's been a drug and alcohol addict to be clean, and also trying to be more kinder to them and more of assistance than a person who drags them down, because that's how they end up going back. So guys, be kind, be love, be light. I'm really looking forward to another season, should it be there. But those 4 episodes were really amazing. I don't feel like I wasted 4 hours of my time. It was good time spent, and yeah, it was great to see, and it was well executed, and it was amazing. I just hated the fact that any moment a person could get killed. And also, it also leads me to something that I always say before I go. I always say to people, we're all capable of bad. You know, it's just that every single day we wake up and try to be better people. We wake up and try to do good things as opposed to doing bad things. So everyone has bad in them. It's just a matter of you fighting against that bad. Because look at how Sarah and her best friend were good people, amazing people, minding their own business, innocent girls and stuff like that. But they ended up being murderers, you know, in the name of defending themselves, in the name of protecting themselves and all of that. So it's easy for you to be driven to being a bad person. Never think you're exempted from being a bad person or doing evil things. It can actually happen given the circumstances. That is why it is important where we are and the environments that we keep ourselves in. So every now and then introspect. Ask yourself, am I in a good environment? Does this environment grow me? Does this environment serve me? Does this environment make me a better person? Because if you don't do that, you may find your character being tainted, because we constantly grow, and circumstances, seasons, and environments actually determine how far we go or who we become. So please, 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 please be kind, be love, and do not cheat on your partners. Don't cheat, because cheating is the root of many problems in families, in relationships. So do not do it. Don't forget to be kind. Don't forget to be light. Don't forget to be kind. Don't forget to be light. Do not forget to be loved. God bless you. I love you all.